Sensitivity is intelligence. With grace and skill, you have abundance. Welcome to the Psychic Hour. Host Kelly Brickel is a psychic medium healer, numerologist, and teacher. Her passions are learning about the soul and energy. Whether it's through spirit, emotion, or vibrational numbers, there's always a pathway of information waiting to help. Now, here is your host of the Psychic Hour, Kelly Brickel.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Psychic Hour. I'm Kelly Brickel on WLTK-DB. Let's Talk Radio. And so we have a show of readings and topics and discussion on all things spirituality, psychic mediumship, healing, energy. Always love talking about it. And we have a slight change today, which is okay. So we're going to get Carrie back, and we are going to get her in. We're going to get her in. We're going to have her on another date. And so the lovely Carrie Standfast, she will be with us in the upcoming weeks. And it's just the nature of the internet. It's so interesting because weather is something you cannot predict and account for. We are psychic mediums, and we do kind of get a heads up on impressions and hits and stuff. And it's funny, like every time I book a guest, I get a little ping from spirit and I go, oh, there's something about this date. Let's see. And it's funny because it's like there's a sturdy drop-in feeling, like, or there is like a little wobbly feeling. So it's funny. Spirit does give us a heads up on things, even though we can't predict always exactly what. But gosh, that's the nature of like internet. You know, we don't have people in person, like broadcasting live in person in house. We're with people all around the world. So Carrie is in the UK, you know, and there's thunderstorms there. And you know, that's happened when I had a guest in Hawaii, thunderstorms. We've dealt with tornadoes, we've dealt with fires, we've dealt with electrical lines. Yeah, you never know. It's really, really fascinating, but that's the way of the world. We just keep turning. And so hello to everyone coming in. Christina, Kevin, hello. And the topic of the day is going to be about what energy are you in within your life? Okay. We go through cycles. I'm a numerologist. I'm big about learning about your cycles, because we are not made to be the same. We're just not. We are made to be in different phases of our growth, whether we are consciously going, I feel like I'm in this place in my life right now, or subconsciously going, I don't know what's going on. I feel like this is happening. I don't know what's happening. Like it or not, aware of it or not, we are going through cycles, and everyone's made to go through multiple cycles within their life. And sometimes we are in the energy of awareness and co-creation during these cycles. Hello, Jessie Cat. And kind of what I want to do to highlight that is just think about it for a second. Where are you in your life? Are you building? Are you balancing? Or are you bulldozing? So if you are building, you might find yourself like ambitious, or I want more for my life, or, you know, I'm going to work hard to get where I need to go. It's time to be disciplined at this time in my life. You're growing, right? You're actively collecting and growing and accumulating, and pay attention too, because your mind might think something, but your soul or your body with what it's able to do might go, no. We're not going to build. You need balancing. No. We're not going to build. You need bulldozing. Okay. So let's talk about it. So building is like accumulating, growing, right? Creating. Balancing is like self care, it's restoration, it's getting your equilibrium, it's feeling like you are going, oh my gosh, I actually have a moment to think, or simplifying so that you don't swing too crazy each direction. Things feel more easy. Okay. So that's that tranquility and eliminating, cleansing, things like that. And then we have bulldozing, and bulldozing is like the destruction part. Okay. It's like creation and destruction, right? Like maybe you just need to tear down things that don't work for you. And that also is just getting rid of things. Like it's different from cleansing. Cleansing helps get rid of things, right? But sometimes you need to just eliminate, not simplify, eliminate. So it's sometimes breaking off relationships, whether it's friendships, romantic relationships, family. Sometimes it's moving, just completely going, you know what, this part of my life needs a drastic change, and I'm moving to a different state, I'm moving to a different country. Completely changing careers, right? You're just like, that identity or that way of things no longer work for me, so I'm not regulating it. I'm actually uprooting and recreating. Okay. So you might feel like, I want to create, I want more abundance, but your body and your energy might need balancing and a lot of self care. And it doesn't need you to be that active and fiery. It needs more water and grounding, like per se. Um, or with the balancing, like more kind of air and thoughtfulness and planning, right? Coordinating. Or the bulldozing. Bulldozing, that's pretty fiery too, because you're lighting a match and you're just going boom. Like it is time to uphaul, refoundation. We're doing this. And I think it's so important to talk about because we do talk about energy a lot. And within energy, we can only take on so much. And of course, you can kind of wrap your head around that statement, but really think about it. Think about your house. There are things within your house from 10 years ago plus. And your brain, your memory, your energy is aware of that, even though you don't think about it, let's say once a week, once a month, or even once a year. Or maybe there's things within your house you haven't thought about in 10 years as well. But somewhere in your energy, you are aware that those objects exist in your house, even on a subconscious level. So you have to keep track of all these things that you don't use, that aren't relevant, that aren't a part of you anymore. If they're special, if they're a part of you, sure, that's a different story. That's more about balancing and simplifying and personifying what really is you, and getting those gorgeous things to the forefront, or giving them purpose and utility, or maybe building off those things. But for a lot of the time, we have so much stuff, or we have so much routine that isn't even relevant to who we are, and we have to tear those things down. We are meant to create, we are meant to destroy, we are meant to organize our energy. We can't be like this chaotic ball rolling around and saying, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And from 0 to 100, I'm just going to accumulate, accumulate, accumulate. I'm going to accumulate successes. I'm going to accumulate hurts. I'm going to accumulate. No, we're meant to experience, and we shed and we cleanse. We shed and we cleanse. Like think about, like, snakes are hailed with their connection to like medical symbolism. And the thing about like the two snakes on the staff, like Moses, they're all about healing and regeneration and vitality. And snakes, like, they're fluid and they shed their skin, and they're so flowing in their movement. And how can they be so? Because they are structured in a way where they have that simplicity. They're structured in a way where they let go of the past, energetically speaking. And the stamina of a snake's energy within shamanism is kind of legendary. Like people who have snake totems, like they don't have to eat very much, they don't have to sleep very much. If you have snake energy within you, um, you can function on very little because you are just constantly cycling energy. You're just constantly cycling energy and you are constantly in this state of flow. So it's very interesting when you bridge other modalities into kind of why certain animals have symbolism or what certain animals energy represents. But I really encourage you to think about it within your own life. It's not just a mind thing, okay? It's not just I want this, I want more healing within my life, like so that's where I am. No, your body might go, "Hold on a second, you can have more healing after we do the projects. You're on the precipice of something great, you know? Keep going, don't stop." It could be like, counterintuitive at first thought if you're thinking things. You got to feel into it, give it time, go, what does my body really want? What does my soul really want? That's why you got to like sit in your soul. And sitting in the power of meditation is so important because it's not just what we feel, it's what is in the depths of our soul. Feeling is going to be a part of it, but it's not just feeling alone. We have to go deeper. And yeah, you might go, again, I want more restoration, I want more balancing, but maybe in order to do that and to have any time for it, you have to bulldoze, you have to take things down. So there are many different angles with what we need. And in different categories in our life, we're going to need different things. Like maybe you're just like, you're just a rock star in your career, but you need balancing with family, right? Or you need some bulldozing with friendships. It's all over the place. It's all over the place. Hello, everybody. Hello, Anne. Thank you. I appreciate you. And Angela and Ashley. Hello. And someone's saying I was in the building phase for most of my life and burnt myself out. Yeah, that's real. That's real. Some of us are so creative or, just naturally ignited, or the utility of creating is so deeply understood that it's like, okay, what can we do with this? What can we do with that? What can we do with that? And that energy is powerful. That energy is palpable. And that energy really uplifts and heals at the same time. Don't get me wrong. Like creation energy is fantastic. It really is. It can be addicting sometimes. But correct, we need balance. We're not these infinite vehicles. I think that's something that we should always remind ourselves. We are infinite beings, but we're in finite vehicles. And we do need these different types of energy in order for us to be successful, in order for us to be healthy. We can't just be creating all the time. We have to be sleeping. We have to be restoring. We have to be, again, clearing and removing. And any healer is going to assist and understand those principles like, wow, you've taken on too much. Wow, let's cut some cords. Let's remove some energy. Okay. So if you are feeling too chaotic, if you're feeling too busy, if you're feeling like you cannot focus, then balancing and bulldozing are for you. It's just a matter of what you need and see if things are a simple fix. And if not, there needs to be a pretty more dynamic change. So with that said, we are going to take a break. We're going to get back. We're going to talk a little bit, and then we're going to get into some readings for the day, psychic and numerology readings. So pop down your numbers. Let me know if you want a reading. We're going to talk a little bit when we come back to, though, and we will be back in a few. See you soon.
The Body Code is a revolutionary method of energetic healing developed by Dr. Bradley Nelson. which allows us to quickly and easily identify specific imbalances that seem to underline chronic ill health, acute and chronic pain, and discomfort, dysfunction, and stress. Ellie energetically connects with the subconscious of the client. Psychic medium Ellie Weisensell is a medical intuitive and energy healer and a certified body code practitioner. She identifies and clears energetic imbalances within the body and energy field. Contact Ellie at the website below, and Ellie can work remotely from a distance, by phone, online, video chat. There's no need to travel to an office. Remember, the body code is safe for humans and animals. Contact Ellie today.
And we're back. It's almost like I never left. You never left. I mean, that's helpful, right? Because we all got to do this together. So, hello. We're going to talk for a little bit to open up the energy. So if anyone has any questions about their own development, their own experiences, now's the time to do that. And then we will get into readings in about a little bit, okay? So I love that everyone's popping down their stuff. So I'll be ready to go when I do it. If you have, again, a question about what you've been working on or what you've been experiencing with energy or what you've observed within your own life, let's dive on in. I love answering questions in this capacity too. Oh, and Justy Cat is saying Happy Mother's Day, Kelly. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm a cat mother right now. So I appreciate that. But I'm giving love to all the moms too. I'll be reaching out to my mom and my mother-in-law and just sharing love that way. We got some. I almost like ruined some surprises I have coming up. I'm like, I got some nice stuff for them going, but they might be watching. So can't say anything. They'll have to find out. Okay. Oh, I love Courtney is saying, I don't see you as a mom yet. You're too calm. That's hilarious. Well, yeah, that's hilarious. I will take some of the calm vibes. My mind is very busy, but I do try to be somewhat calm amongst it. But I can only imagine for everyone else who is a mom. Okay, so let's see here. Everyone is amped up for readings. Okay. No questions, y'all? I have so much to share. Right. So let's see. My mom, oh, there we go. Here we go. My mom has all these gifts for me, and I'm still struggling with what to get her. Oh, ugh. Oh, one of my favorite things to do is to call ahead at like for Father's Day or Mother's Day. Call ahead to their favorite restaurant and just prepay for a meal, whether it's a breakfast, a lunch, a dinner. Whether you're going with them, just have it taken care of beforehand. And then the waiter, will be like, "Oh, happy Mother's Day. Your family did this for you." And it's kind of like this just really nice thing of something that they love. And you don't have to be local for it. You can be out of state and call in for a family member. That's one of my favorite things to do when Amazon doesn't have any good options to send your loved ones, or flowers if you're local, things like that, or take them to the movies or take them to a play or take them to something in person, an experience. I'm a big believer and promoter of experiences, even if it's just a Groupon, just something fun, or a park, or I love it. Whatever they happen to find an experience for them if you feel like they would like that. Okay. Acknowledging the fur babies. I love it. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, everyone's saying Happy Mother's Day. All right. Everyone wants to get into readings. All right. Everyone's in a readings mood. So I'm going to have a little bit of water and open up the space. Um, Someone said they'll take some flowers. Todd, you can put my link in the That's hilarious. Yeah, if anyone wants to send people. Let's see. Dealing with my own mother, she said she sees that I'm doing things that is not the old me and told me to turn to God, laughed and said, "You need God." So I'm dealing with her. She's my obstacle. Oh, okay. So regarding when with family, when family doesn't understand what we are doing, um, you know, that is why we are made to find our tribe. And some of us are born into our tribe. We can have multiple tribes. Some of us are born into our tribe, and others have to create and find our tribe. And, you know, our friends, our family members, they cannot be a one size fit all for our relationship needs. And sometimes we have family members that are really good and beautiful and wonderful people, but they're not just going to understand us on a soul level, or they won't understand us on a career level, or on an emotional level, or on an intellectual level. Like, think about that. Think about people who are so intellectually gifted, but they can't really connect in conversations or an interest with their friends and family. And they have to go out and cultivate that within their career or within their hobbies and interests. So there's a lot of us who are shut down with what we can communicate with our family in. And sometimes we are judged in that matter. So think about it too, like people who are socially awkward, they're being judged by people around them because they're like, oh, that person doesn't really know how to get things done, or they do these things awkwardly, or like, morally judged if people have certain beliefs within their spirituality, and they are thinking about concepts of heaven and hell, good and evil, and they say, hey, that's in my no box, and that's in my I'm gonna exalt you box, right? So you can have people swinging from left to right, like praising you or condemning you, just depending on their belief systems and how you fulfill their needs, and how you are understood by them clearly. So we can't provide everything for everyone. That's what I'm trying to say. And I think like it really comes back to the phrase, would you rather be right or would you rather be loved? And I think that's so comprehensive. Like, even in disagreements with loved ones, it's like, hey, I don't want to fight anymore. Like, maybe I don't agree with what you're saying or even understand what you're saying. Um, Maybe I just don't know. I just don't want us to fight anymore. Or I just want to spend time with you. I just want to be around you. I just want to go for a walk with you. Or, honor the things that we love about each other and not have disagreements and debates or these moral objections to how one another lives their life, because ultimately no one can judge us except possibly a creator, right, who created rules or did create certain constructs that certain people believe should be upheld. That's up to the person, the being, the universe that possibly created those things, and the rest is just kind of conversation. And if you can go back to being loved rather than being right, I do think that it takes away the pressure, takes away the burden, and to remind our loved ones like, hey, I just want to love you, and I know you don't maybe understand what I do, and maybe you're scared with what I do, um, because within your belief system, it means something different to me than it does to you. But I feel like this is the right path for me. And so I feel like I'm walking in the light, and I feel, I feel happy. I feel healthy. It's not, I'm turning corners and I'm doing this in secret. I'm turning corners and, I'm unsure too. It's like, I feel good about this. So I have nothing to hide. And I just want to share the love. And I do feel like that possibly can be worked out with certain relationships. With other relationships, someone will just be like, that's not enough. I don't believe in what you believe. And you kind of have to come to that road as you come to it. But I know of many instances, because of the strong nature of love, because of the connection of the soul, that people do return to relationships despite differing belief systems, because they're after many years, and after they lose people, whether through circumstances or loss, they understand the sacredness of human connection and the sacredness of soul connections, and they will go, I'm really not sure about what you do, but I really do not want to miss the opportunity to be around you because I value you. So, people have to live life and make certain decisions, and love sometimes will bind you beyond circumstances. Not always, but love does a lot. Love conquers all. That's what Courtney says. It can't. Yeah, love conquers all, and I do believe in that, and I do believe that love and time do not go together. So love conquering all sometimes might take 50 lifetimes. This, love conquering all is not in this lifetime kind of thing, but I do believe it transcends. It really, really does transcend. So don't look at it just within your life. Another thing I like to think is I like to kind of step back from the situation and just do my best and give my love. And I go, hey, if they don't understand me, maybe in the next life, I'm obviously connected to this person, you know, maybe in the next life. And so I don't feel like my soul is being severed from them, but I do feel like sometimes I do have to step back because I don't want to put pressure on making someone uncomfortable, and I give them the breathing room, and that sometimes helps as well. Okay. And you can't control if someone thinks that, you're crazy. Think about it with your friends. You could have the best relationship with your friends, and you're going to say something off the wall. They're going to be like, "What are you talking about?" And unless you have that rapport or that mental connection, people can think you're quite zany. So, yeah. Um you can't That's what I mean. You can't rush the dial on someone's spiritual involvement. That's what it comes down to. Like, you can't make your brother or sister, your aunt or uncle, your mom or dad, your grandparents, your coworkers, your neighbors, you can't make them believe. They have to experience it. They have to, and that's like the whole thing about consent. That's why I ask, for readings, like, put down your numbers, put down, your question, like make sure you let me know you want a reading, because it's an energy exchange. Like, sure, I could just like come up and read you, but it's not going to be as meaningful. As there's not going to be an impact the same way unless spirits facilitate something for me. And again, that's not me making it happen. That's spirit making it happen. That's something bigger than myself making it happen. But really, what it is your soul is saying, I'm ready to receive this. And my soul is saying, I'm ready to do this with you. And spirit's saying, let's do it all together. Right. So you can't rush someone's spiritual involvement. Like, your family member or friend is meant to not be ready to have that experience. And you would think like, well, why wouldn't you be ready to be awakened? It's because there's so many things going on within their life that we cannot account for. Like, growing up, they could have gone through trauma, and they could have closed their third eye. They could have closed their, not, you can't like completely close it, but you'll like inhibit it. You'll shut it down a little bit. You shut down your receptivity to your crown chakra. You shut down your receptivity with your throat chakra, so you learn to not speak your truth. And some people have done this to survive, like, so they weren't ostracized from their family, so they weren't putting their family in jeopardy. So, all over who they are letting go and learning to safely let go little by little, rather than being shocked awake by a single person, to go, it's okay to feel these things, and it's okay to use these faculties, and it's okay to be a sensitive being. And I know it's not going to harm me, and I know that I'm not going to burn at the stake for it. There's certain people where, their family was in danger if they allowed themselves to do this. So, there's lifetimes mixed up in why people are open, or, it's just let's say there's solar plexus maybe is inhibited a little bit, and they are just trying to go with group mentality because they feel that is more safe, and they learned certain things because it worked for them in certain capacities. And in order for something to be really truly accepted as truth, it has to hit them at the right time. you know you're not gonna just hear a truth, and if you're how can I put it, you're not gonna hear a truth. You're gonna hear truth. This is a tongue twister in my brain right now. If you're not ready, that's what I'm trying to say. If you're not ready, the truth can be right in front of you, and you could absorb like a fraction of it. That doesn't mean you see the light. It means that maybe you're starting to open up. And just continue everyone who is comfortable within their truth, everyone who is comfortable in their sensitivity, and everyone who is growing, continue to be you, and continue to be you without putting pressure on anyone else, because it allows them the space to grow. And energy works in a way where the greatest intensity or the greatest vibration starts influencing. So if your vibration is so certain in your knowing, that is going to permeate, I promise you, because it just is. There is nothing to defend. There is nothing to, barricade. It just is. It's just a way of being, your high vibration, your light, your knowing, your being, right? And then also the greatest intensity influences. So if your intensity is force or fear or anger or frustration because, your family is not understanding or accepting, that's going to be permeating the air as well. And so you want peace to be permeating. Um you want let's say, compassion to be emanating. You want truth to be emanating. You want clarity to be emanating. All these vibrations that will assist the truth just being, and the environment to be receptive, and people to feel calm, and just to experience what is. So figure out where your intensity is coming from, and really just work with maintaining your own vibration, because I promise you it will permeate. Just work on what you're also radiating with your intensity within your relationships with people. And the more clear that you get, and the more you are comfortable with who you are, the more people will just relax because they go, this feels good. I don't know what it is, but this feels good. And they will ignite their own intuition. I don't know why, but in my gut, I feel like I should just trust what you're saying. In my gut, there's something to that. Or I was just thinking that the other day. Okay, that feels like something. Or even igniting, their own spirituality. God sent me a sign and I'm feeling on board with this. Again, you can't control what happens. It's just it opens up the space for truths and spirituality to grow, and things to be seen in the light. So extraordinary things can happen as long as you cultivate that peace and that clarity of vibration to facilitate the spaces and the people that you are with. You just give it to the universe, and the universe does that. But you have to really work with your energy. Work with your energy, and to help things just be, help yourself be. Okay, I talked a lot. It's very, very, very important. It's very, very, very important. So people are talking about relationships. My relationship with my mom is strained. I find myself very angry with her over nothing lately, but I know it is just hurt when I was the kid, and some of the things that happen. It's hard. Yeah. So, you know, I feel things, with people in my family too that, don't always just magically go away when I see them, um, or that surface. And really, that's up to ourselves to go, how can I forgive? How can I be magnanimous? How can I, process what has happened to me so I can have more options with how I choose to be around my family members. So I can have the choice to be at peace. So if you can cultivate a journey for yourself where you can be at peace, you're not going to forget about what happened. You're going to understand what happened actually with greater depth and clarity and truth. There's those wonderful words again. But you have to facilitate a space where you can go, okay, this will actually serve me better. And so since I'm serving myself better, then I get to clear the air and set the vibration for not repeating the past with what I feel and what I'm processing and how I see my mother, but setting it up for multiple possibilities with what is going on in the present and how I can navigate the situation where it isn't so hard. It might not be easy, but to give myself more options. Okay, shine light on it for yourself. Work with yourself. Shine light on the wounds that need healing and tending to, and it will in turn shine more light on how you can be around your mom. Okay. Someone says, "Holy cow!" I'm paraphrasing. Where were you tapping into our discussion? Oh, apparently someone was discussing about moms and spirituality around Mother's Day. We're having the Mother's Day talk about mom. Do you accept our spirituality and our zaniness on Mother's Day? It's true. It's true. Okay. All right. Let's see. I'm just looking if anyone's talking about the subject we are. Let's see. Okay, cool. Understandable with all the comments. I love it. I love it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. So let's go into readings. I love that Mother's Day discussion. It was timely because Mother's Day is Sunday. It's right around the corner. End of the day, we just want good vibes. We just want good vibes and love. Get my little pen and paper out. Okay. So we will pick where we want to go and we'll open up that energy. Someone says, "My mom just walked in." It's a very mom day. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. Past, present, and future. Happy Mother's Day. So let's start. Cara, give me your birth date. We got a 7/25/83. And I want to drink more water, apparently. I crave water when I read. Okay. So Cara is an attitude 5, a personal day 7, and a life path 8. Yep, that's right. And then you're in a cycle of 3. Okay, and so that means you are, I want to do your month too, Cara, because why not, right? That means you're in, okay. So excellent. So I like this month for you, Cara. It's going to ignite feelings of being on your path and being on your path as a life path 8, because you're in a month of 8 too as well. So it's going to sprinkle these feelings of like, where do I want to go? What do I want to do a little bit more? You have to be in some type of role where you're calling the shots. A life path of 8 kind of guarantees you being more of a late bloomer because you have to account for more information. And since you're accounting for more, that means that you're a good leader, that you are a good orchestrator of what it means to do things well. So it can lead you to being a perfectionist. It can lead you to being someone who seems like they can explain things better than other people in the room. And so, in order for that to be honored and utilized, because we have to put ourselves in places where people appreciate us, you have to get into a role where you have autonomy over telling people what to do, or you have flexibility in leading things where you get to call the shots. Okay. So you have to be in roles where you have more responsibility so you can exhibit and exert that energy. Now, you get bored easy. And so find some type of, option within your career where you can change and it is not so limited. I want to kind of infuse that into you to help like keep your brain and mind busy. You're in a cycle of 3, so this is a very good time for you to try new things, meet new people. I always encourage classes around this time or getting out and about and socializing, because this is a very important year for socializing and having circumstances come to you where you're not working as hard, where things fall in your lap, whether it's like a new person that's a friend, a new opportunity, like it could be an interview. Um, or a job that you see, or something you'd like to try, the way just kind of opens up. Like, dates open up where it's like, oh yeah, my schedule coordinates, your schedule coordinates. Why not? Why, that sounds fun, or I like that better. So be open to change this year. You're gonna have a lot more change in the next 3 years to come. You're at like this hill within your cycles where you're like going up the roller coaster, like, and like right now you're kind of still going up. You're almost to the top. Next year you'll be more towards the top, and then you're going to go woo all the way down. So you're at this ascent of change, and right now the change isn't fully required, but it's starting to happen. It's basically you're going to be having whispers from your soul of, we have to fix this, this could be better, why not do this before things get really crazy. And it's so it's like, yeah, like have fun, change things up, make things better, because you're going to feel a lot more responsibility with what it's going to take going forward in the next years to come. So I hope that makes sense. Giving that to Kara. Okay, cool. I'm glad. I'm glad that makes some type of sense, or you just love it. So just take it in, take it in. It's just have fun this year, please. Please, please, please. I'm gonna take one for Stephanie. Where was she? Was at the top. Stephanie, where are you? You're at the top. Okay, she's saying she would love a reading. And so let's go into Stephanie's energy for a second. So what I'm seeing is I see all this energy. See all this energy within Stephanie, like ready to burn. So sometimes within our life, let's say we have a lot of things like set up, right? We've created a lot of foundations within our life. And we go, well, yeah, I have extra time because I have a schedule and I devote my time here and I devote my time here, and life is going pretty good, and I'm doing all, the basic things. So what more do I have to do? I could try this and I can try that, but it's not really working. And the fact of the matter is you have leftover energy. And if you have leftover energy, life is saying you can always do more. It's time to think differently. And really, we find the best soul connections when we are giving from our heart. So, whether you are giving from pure enjoyment or you're giving back with charity, um, whether you're giving your time to grow, I want you to find things from your heart and soul that you would like to try, or you would like to help people in, that you would like to help better the world in. Like when you see injustices in the world and say, hey, that could be better. Why are people still doing that? Like maybe they need some help. Or can I influence something? Put wherever you want to put your heart and soul into to help improve the world around you, you're going to bump into people who have the same moral convictions as you, that they're putting themselves on the line. They're using their time, their energy for something greater than themselves. And those are some of the best people out there. Like I get it. When I'm tired, sometimes I just play a video game. I just watch a TV show. I go for a walk. But there's this like calling within my soul sometimes where I go, I really want to help more, like animals. And I am in a place within my life because we talk about building, balancing, and bulldozing. I with my current time, I have to learn to balance it a little bit more. But as soon as I feel like I have a grip on balancing my time a little bit more, I feel like, oh, I would like to help out some animals more. And I know that if I put myself in that environment or in the environments that I feel like, my energy should be going where I don't have this leftover time to kind of go like, okay, just kind of enjoying myself, uh, this leftover time, I know I would find kindred spirits. I know I'd find good people. And again, just put yourself out into the world and put yourself out into the world with your heart. And I do think that you're going to mix up who you're coming across. Okay. So be in service, be in action, and you will find others that mirror that and have those wonderful qualities because at this point, it's a matter of finding good quality people. And so, like, a website or a mixer just isn't going to sometimes fulfill that if one has been looking and hasn't been bullseyeing in that department. It has to come from life and how life is beautiful because you want to find a beautiful soul. So find someone who's doing beautiful things and activate the beauty that you want to see in the world to find it. Okay. That's what I'm getting. Okay. Let's see. Where do I go? Let's pick somebody. Casey. Um Casey. 11/25/1989. So this is for 11/25/1989. So attitude 9. Personal day 7. Life path 9. And cycle of 7. And month of 3. Yeah, that's right. 3. Okay. Okay. So again, not a bad month. A little bit more of a difficult year though. This year is all about embracing your inner world, your inner self, and what you really want to do. And it's about rectifying these truths and these longings and these knowings inside of you that swirl, but yet there's excuses being made of, nah, I'm not going to make money doing that, or nah, that's not really going to work. No one's going to come. Uh, doesn't sound like a really great idea. It's like it doesn't matter on the world's terms. It matters if it is swirling inside of you. 7 is like the truth. 7 is going beyond logic and cultivating wisdom. The beauty of the 7 is your logic will be kicked up and tested, and it will be well thought out, your dismissal or your approval of your dreams and your callings. But you have to go through that, and you're going to be given time to go through that. And when life pauses you, that means that you're made to shift. So use this time to shift in accordance of not what you've been taught, but what you've actually received. Not what's in front of you, but what you feel like you should do, and step into that. It doesn't have to be some grand jump, but it has to be a foot towards. Um, there's the saying like you take one step towards the gods and they take like 5,000 feet towards you. So we don't have to do much sometimes in order to open up what is meant for us because we have a whole team waiting for us to go. Finally, he or she started the process. Now we can show them that like they made the right decision because we've been waiting. So there's that energy in the air. This month encourages creativity. This month encourages fun. This month encourages you to use your voice and speak in your truth. So hopefully that resonates for you. And ultimately, um, you're meant to be living your life where you're helping others, whether you are helping to guide others to not feel so overwhelmed, or you're helping to guide others feel like they have someone in their corner. You have a lot of natural skills, and a lot of natural talents to offer to others. And if you want to, you can lead the way and actually build a group around you and lead, with your wisdom and talents that you naturally have, or you can help bolster others who are you find incredible. But the thing is, you need boundaries with how you use your energy, and you need to find the good ones. So whether you attract them or you whether you find them, that is something that is very important with how you'll live your life. Someone says reading done or spirit message, please. And thank you very much. This is for Jess. Okay, we'll do a quick one or two and then we'll close. So, Jess, I'm going to pull some cards for you. Okay. So, okay. So, the cards I got for you are unraveling the mystery and feeling strong and also meeting a friend. And so when we are unraveling the mystery, we are starting to understand things are not what they seem, and we're starting to be deeper within understanding our motivations, understanding what's really going on, um, rather than what people tell us, and understanding that no one can do it for us. We have to do it for ourselves. And so there's this confidence that comes into play that we start, like, really putting our time and effort into, okay, I have to build myself up. I'm the one that, is going to have to make the shots. I'm the one that's going to have to take the charge of like the helm. No one's going to do it for me. So, cultivating that confidence, getting stronger, that's what's happening right now in your life. But we do need support systems. We can't do it alone. So, here's the thing. No one's going to come to save us. That's true. But when we find the good people around us that are worth their weight in gold, having a support system is worth everything. It really is. Because you give back and then they give to you, and it doesn't have to be one person. It shouldn't be one person. It should be a village, okay? You should have multiple people in your life, and need to find ones that are on the same page and have good hearts, and can help bolster, strengthen who you are. And you should add that to other people's lives too. So there should be equality and energy exchange. And if that energy exchange is not going on, that is an indication that it's not a healthy relationship. So healing within your relationship and having more healthy ones are something that are really being cultivated and on the horizon, with learning and having a lot of new revelations with. But needing a friend is really important. I do think right now, reach out and, try to find or talk to somebody or cultivate new friendships, because that's important for your heart right now. As your heart is learning and growing and strengthening, it needs a support system, or it just needs a friend too as well. Because, in order for us to get stronger, that doesn't mean we isolate. In order for the heart to get stronger, it grows, it expands, it reaches out, it touches other hearts. And that's how the heart grows strong. So we grow in so many different categories and in so many different ways. Don't overlook that one. And so this is about you rectifying feeling overwhelmed. And this is about you taking control of your power again, refocusing your mind, working on wellness. So, all in all, I like these cards for you. Don't forget about cultivating your support system and growing your heart as you are balancing your mind and like really taking charge of your life. Okay. When you activate the heart and have additional help within it, it actually will replenish your energy in ways that you could only imagine. And it will help you go forward with everything that you are doing even more so. So I'm going to give that to you, Jess. And then let's pick one final quick card and we'll close. Okay. Hopefully that made sense. Yeah, Jessie Cat. Jessie Cat, let's go. And I'm sorry if I haven't gotten to everybody today. Please come back for our next week's show. We always do reading shows every week usually. And so please, if that was not covered with your question or something that you wanted clarity with, I'm here on a Wednesday or Friday with the reading show, if not the interview show, right? Okay, so Jessica, before we go, I'm telling you, I can't make this up. I got the career vocation card for you, and I always pull that for you. So it's basically like just you are on the path, you are on the path. Everything is coming together, and just continue to ask Spirit to help guide you in what to do, because I just feel like there's a lot of pressure you put on yourself, and you've done things to a certain extent where you're kind of going, okay, what next? So work with Spirit. Again, you take one step towards Spirit, they take 500 steps towards you, and really build the relationship with Spirit of, I need help. Please show me what to do next, because then you don't have to put more time into overthinking it. You don't have to put more energy and to be exhausted with what's next. I should be doing this. Have Spirit guide you. They have an uncanny knack for dropping things within you or giving in front of you or giving signs to you at the exact right time. So then you feel like, okay, I can do this. Take notes, journal. Every time you get things from Spirit, make sure that you are conscious of it all. And if you become too busy, you can return to it. Keep that communication up with Spirit and take notes. So you just know it just with every being of your fiber. Even if you're just scrolling through your pages, you go, oh my gosh, I got this last week. Oh my gosh, I got this last month. Bullseye. I know what I need to do when you're ready. Okay. So that is what I'm getting. Love and light to everybody. And Anna, I'm going to pull a card for you. And then I gotta go. I'm sending love to you. Okay. I'm sending love to you, Anna. Okay. Master of your own fate card. Okay, Anna, master of your own fate card. It's all about dreaming a dream and making steps to get towards your goal, and understanding that you are in control and not the circumstances around you. And you have so much more power than you give yourself credit for. You have to dig deep within. You have to create a plan, and then your power will just pour out of you. Every single pour. Stick to the plan. Let it grow, and see it just become magic in front of you. You are the master of your own fate. Okay, everybody. With that said, I'm giving you love and light. Go with luck and laughter. Don't forget to live. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. Take care. See you next week. Bye.
The truth is here and now on WLTK-DB Talk Radio at WLTK-DB.com.